Alright everybody, got a quick video I wanted to make. Having some issues with a turbo 400 transmission. If you're familiar with them, you know, put it in first gear, hold it to the floor, and it shifts by itself into second. Well, mine was doing that at 5500, which is way too early for what I'm using it for. So what I did, I got a couple of extra governors. This is my original that I took out. Let's see, it has a hole, it doesn't matter. But this is my original. It was shifting at 5500. So I acquired this one from the junkyard for $7, I think, is what they charged me for it. Anyway, put it in, and it did the same thing, 5500 RPM. So okay, so doing some more reading online, and was going to try this. I took, actually this one, I took the, you have two springs. You have a heavy spring and a light spring. This is heavy, this one's light. So what I did, I took the light spring out of this one and put in this one. And when I did that, I went out and test drove it. First gear, wide open throttle, 6,500 RPM. Big difference. Still not enough. So what I ended up doing, because I've seen people on the internet talk about lightening the weights, you know, because they're too heavy. And I've seen people grind the outside of the governors, which that's not going to do anything. This is centrifugal force. When it spins, these are coming out. So if you can lighten those to paper thin, not going to make a difference. What I did do, I took the inner weights, and I believe they weighed 11.5 grams. So I took them apart and I thinned them out. Why people got to call me while I'm on the phone? So I took these and then I brought them down to 10 grams on each side on a grinder, and put it back in, went for a ride, first gear, wide open throttle. Now it shifts at 7,100 RPM, which is good for what I'm using it for. Now I can manually shift it if I don't want to go to 7,100. If I wanted to stay around 7,000, I can do so. But yeah, you don't need to buy a recalibration kit. You just need to go to the boneyard, pull another governor, take the light spring out, put two light springs in, and you can change the springs without even taking it apart. But if you're going to lighten the weights, you do have to take it apart. And then, you know, they say number 2 finishing nails, and then I put it in a press and you smash them flat and then cut the ends off. But anyway, yeah, 7,100 RPM. That fixed my issue. So now first gear, second gear, third gear. I did change also the modulator, and I think that's more for your shift points. The transmission, when I first got it, would shift really early. I think like 15 miles an hour and 25 miles an hour into third. Changed the modulator, and then after doing this mod, I think from first to second is 25 miles per hour. And then I believe it's doing third gear at 35 miles an hour under regular driving. I do have a 3000 stall in the truck. Little small 5.3, but anyway, there'll be more videos on this truck in the future. But yeah, I mean, it really fixed what I was looking to fix. A lot of misleading information out there. You have to buy a recalibration kit, blah blah blah. You don't have to. Buy a spare governor for $10 at the junkyard. Take the light spring, you'll gain 1,000 RPM. Take it apart, grind the weights to, I ground mine to 10 grams each. You can play with it. Just get a cheap digital scale that measures grams, and just go slow. And you can fix an early shift if you're trying to hold first gear for drag racing or street strip or whatever. But anyway, there's going to be a lot more videos on this truck in the future. But I hope this helps somebody. Hopefully it helps somebody. But yeah, anyway, have a good day.